Just trying to start up the stream. Oh, and just promoting everything. Do you want me to start new or continue? Hold up, I gotta check. Hello, testing. Alright, I can hear myself in the audio, so I can 100% know it's working. So, what do you want to do? This is the trilogy. There's Ace Attorney, Justice for All, and Trials and Tribulations. I can't really fix the audio for the game at the moment. Can you hear me better? Can you hear me better now? Can you hear me better now? Because on my end it says that it's too loud. I'm too loud. Alright. What do you want to do? Ace Attorney, Justice for All, or Trials and Tribulations? Because if, we could start from the beginning, or I can continue where I left off on my previous streams that you didn't see of Ace Attorney. Or I can start anew. It's up to you. You wanted to do the first game, but I was just asking. Alright, we're on the first episode 3. Turnabout Samurai. Alright. Hold up. There's a vast variety of schematics here. Oh, that's the wig they used for they used in Samurai Boogie Woogie. Nick, try this on. No. And how can you tell the name of the show just by looking at the wig? I kinda like samurai movies. Kinda. There's some regular suits among the costumes here. Those must be his own clothes. Wouldn't it be fun to wear one of the costumes? I'd say you would... you were already wearing one, myself. Ah, God. Phoenix is an asshole. I wonder, what else is inside Power's bag? Stop that. My partner's the thief in training. Alright. Let's move out of here. Let's see. Cola, candy, chips, gum. Huh? It's so normal. I was expecting some cool theme snacks or something. Popcorn, at least. Oh wait, look! Samurai soda! Nick, try this! Ladies first. There's a sign by the dressing room door. Will Powers. It must be neat to the stars to have their own name, like, have their own room like this. Yep. Let's move from here. Oh yeah, this is old bag. Her name's fucking hilarious. Alright, let's move to the detention center? Alright. No one's here. October 16th, Wright & Co. Law Offices. What's going on, Nick? Powers said he was sleeping in his dressing room. But now there's a photo of him going to the studio? Don't look at me. How should I know? What to do? What do you think? The photo the detective was talking about is the problem here. Well, it's hard to say without seeing the actual photo ourselves. But if if it is Powers in the photo, his alibi is shot. Only one person went to the crime scene before the murder took place. And there's a photograph to prove that. To prove it. It makes sense that person is the actual killer then. What do we do, Nick? Maybe there's was someone else who could have gone to the scene other than Powers. Let's take a look. Maybe the security lady missed someone. One thing for sure, if there was any clues, there'll be in that studio. Alright, sometimes. Let's move. We need to go to the studio. Alright. Photographic proof. Why didn't you tell us about the security photo, ma'am? Oh, that! I just thought it would be more thrilling to talk with the detective himself. These things are important, you know. Oh. Just to the left from here is the gate with the camera that took that photo. That's my job, to check the photos every day, you see. Reason of suspicion. This guard station is in a central position. No matter where you go here, you pass by my station first. Now, poor Hammer went to the studio just before 1 o'clock. The murder happened right around 2:30, see? The only one I seen go through here between 1 and 2:30 was Powers himself. The security camera got a good look at him too. If it's not the one what did it, I don't know who is. Maybe it was you. Good one, Sonny. She think I was laughing. Was the victim Mr. Hammer a popular actor? Oh, he was the biggest star in the studio. Was. Past tense. Oh yeah! He was great as the bearded samurai. That too, yes. He's shown the biggest, the brightest back in the day. Making a star like him play the evil magistrate is a disgrace, I tell you. Hammer took it pretty hard, and who could blame him? About the security camera. Oh yes, the camera. It's automatic. It can tell when someone walks through the gate. See? Alright. Apparently, it records the time when it takes the picture too. But I don't bother myself with those details. I just view all the photos on the computer over in the security guard station. I check them every day before going home. I do. Present. What's that? You giving that to me? Absolutely not. Could you tell me about this, man? What's that? Isn't that a studio card key? You better watch it. The scene of the murder is no place for sightseeing. I'll be taking that. Hand it over. Wait. No, that's mine. Look. I don't have a key card to the studio, see? I want to go pay my respects to Jack Hammer, where he died. Well, you just have to wait. Let's go and check it out, Nick. I wonder if this key card we borrowed from the dressing room will work. It opened! Alright, we're in. She's way too happy for someone visiting a crime scene. October 16th. Studio One. What is this? You're real quiet all of a sudden. Doesn't it give you the shivers, Nick? The white tape. It's so real. Well, the evil magistrate did die here. And the steel samurai killed him. The murder weapon was the samurai spear. Sounds pretty real to me. They outlined where Jack Hammer's body lay with the tape. His body was found still inside the evil magistrate costume. I guess that's why they had the head part looks like a helmet. Funny, I expected a spear stabbing would leave a few blood stains. I guess the costume must have absorbed most of it. Look, a ladder. That's a step ladder. So, what's the difference? Hey, welcome back. You need to stop judging things based on a narrow-minded, crucial assumptions, Nick. Right, sorry. The scroll is out there. Fucking asshole, Phoenix. Maya's... Funny enough, Maya and him do get married in the future. They know each other that well. Hey, look. That's the chair the director sits in. I always wanted to sit in one of these. Hey, Nick. Take a look at that. One of those black and white boards, they clap at the start of filming. And look, a megaphone. A real live megaphone. Ready, Nick? Action! This girl is more trouble than I thought. Is there anything else I can attempt? Yes. Wow, look at that camera. That must have cost a ton. Yeah, so don't touch it. Whoa, it's heavier than I thought. Hey you, no touching that. Sorry, my partner is kind of, you know, I don't know. No, I don't know. Who are you? Who, me? I'm an assistant here. I help with, props and stuff. Moving them around, ordering new ones, etc. We're lawyers. Representing Mr. Will Powers. Oh. You're, WP's people? WP. Oh, Will Powers. WP. I get it. She's not the brightest, is she? Just thought about that. I don't envy you guys one bit, but do what you can for WP, okay? He never hurt a fly. He has to be innocent. Don't worry, leave it to us. Alright, talk. Day of the crime. Could you tell me anything about the day of the murder? Yes. I was in the studio the whole day. I was the only assistant on staff that day, you see. Only one assistant? Yes, well, the studio isn't doing very well right now. And yesterday was the only rehearsal for our action sequences. Oh, I see. In the morning, we went through the action sequences in the employee area. WP and Hammer were there along with everyone else. The employee area, that's where Power's dressing room is, right? Yes, that's the place. After eating lunch there, Mr. Hammer went to Studio One. That's when I saw WP going into his dressing room. But I didn't see either of them after that. Will Powers. Did you know that Mr. Powers was sleeping in his room? No, I wouldn't go in there unless I had something urgent to I had some urgent message for him. I mean, it's his private one of a... What kind of girl do you think I am? What kind? No, I'm sure you're a fine girl. I'm sorry. So much for getting a confirmation for Powers' alibi. What do we do, Nick? We haven't found anything. If WP was the only one who came to the studio, then he has to be the killer. There's even a photograph. Sorry, I don't know. I know you're busy? Not really. Actually, there has been something bothering me. Aha! That's what I'm talking about. A clue, a lead! Well, I don't know about that. But that day, just afternoon, I sensed someone was there. You sensed? Yes, several times. Some other studio employees, maybe? No, I don't think so. The only thing we had scheduled was an action scene run through. I was the only assistant here that day. I had a feeling it was someone from outside. Really? But wait, if someone had come in here, wouldn't the security lady have noticed them? Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I don't have any better information than that. No, thanks. That helps us a lot. Anything helps. Let's go put that security lady on the spot. Sensing someone. So you sensed someone that... You sensed that someone other than the regular film crew was in the studio? Yes, I think. Doesn't cut it in a witness testimony. Nick. What about the security lady? If someone else came into the studio, she must have seen them. Alright, we gotta talk to old bag. What? You're still here? Really? You look as though you've seen a ghost. Assistance claim. What? I saw that suspicious look on your face. I wanted to ask you again about yesterday. You came here at 1 p.m., correct? And the estimated time for Hammer's death was 2:30. Are you sure that Powers was the only one to go through here between those hours? Those times? Sure. Sure as can be. But we have a witness who thinks there was someone from outside here that day. What? Are you absolutely sure you were watching the whole time? Ma'am? Who was it? Who told you that? Who dares question me? Eek! Alright. You better tell me, and tell me quick, you spiky-haired cretin. Someone's been complaining about the work I do, eh? It was just... We were just talking to the assistant in Studio One. Her? She's not even a full-time employee! I can't keep up. She's fucking fast! She left. She talks so fucking fast. There was no way I could keep up. Well, Nick, there's our chance to do what we can without her looking for, with her looking over our shoulders. Hey, we can finally go check out the computer. She's not here. The computer that runs the studio security cameras. Nick, maybe we can see that photo of Will Powers with this camera computer. Yeah, let's try it. Okay, let's give it a try. You know how to work these things, Nick? Looks like I have to enter a few numbers. Let's see. I need the date of the murder. It looks like the camera turned on at 1 p.m. that day. 1 o'clock was when the security lady arrived at the guard station. Please enter the number of the security camera. Oh shit. I guess. Nothing happened, huh? Maybe I got the number wrong. Fuck. I got the number wrong. Uh... 370? It's not 370. Well, it's all the things that I didn't even guess. $307. There, entered. Hey, it printed out the data from that day. Let's see what we got. Huh? How is this a picture of Will Powers? Well, he was the one who always wears that suit. But, you know what's suspicious? Will Powers would 100% be able to fit in the suit. That looks too big on that person. I guess that's why the security lady thought it was him. I don't imagine the detective was very happy with this photo as evidence. Yeah, but even with a wounded leg, you would see his feet. It looks really small on that guy. Or girl. Don't judge. I won't judge. Something printed on the back. October 15th, 2 p.m. Photo 2. Does that mean maybe there's more data from that date? Nope. That's the only one on the picture. Powers photo added to the courtroom record? Can't we use this photo as evidence for the trial? Yeah. We'll put that security lady in her place with this. Yeah, I did say the outfit was too big. Right, we'll put her right in her place. Hey, that's what I said anyway. Let's show her this photo and see what she says. Wait, let's not. Why not? It's never a good idea to reveal your hand to the enemy too soon. Nick, you're craftier than I gave you credit for. Why? You could be the next evil magistrate. Hey. Why do I have to be the villain? Relax. It was just a joke. So, are we done for today? See, it looks too small. The person looks too small. Yeah, it was slip of the tongue. I think this... I think this is the photo is what we needed for the trial. But look at it. That person looks too small for the outfit. Can't you see? That looks way too big on that person. Still, it would be better if we had some idea who the real killer was. Maybe it really is the security lady. Well, we're not ending the stream here. That would be too fucking short. Just telling you there. October 18th, 10 a.m. District Court Room. District Court Courtroom. Number 4. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio 1 of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact. I see. Very well. I'd like to move to some testimony, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution may call its first witness. But where's the defense's testimony? Starting statement. The defense should get its starting statement too. I know this is trying to be unrealistic and move on as fast as possible, but really, the defendant should get his own first statement too. Just saying. Very well. I call a most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Detective, if you would briefly describe the case to the court. Yes, sir. I'll explain with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio. See? This here is the employee area. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. There's the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works at the studio was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security station is the gate C. Past here are the studios. And here it is. Studio 1. The scene of the murder, where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there was only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant. All of the production staff were in the employee area until noon. After lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m., the production staff came to studio to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was canceled. The trial at the time of the death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear was found lodged in the victim's chest. That's the murder weapon. Was the murder weapon. That's the case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? I should listen to the whole thing again. Should we listen to it again or no? I think that was fine. Or should we? It's up to you guys. Did you catch all that? 'Cause I'm pretty sure I did. I think I could probably remember that. So the murder weapon was a spear. How medieval. Samurai spear added to the courtroom record. Your Honor, this case is quite simple. If you ask one question, and that question is, did the security lady at the gate station C understood? Call the security officer to the stand. Whoa. The witness declare her name. My, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. Your name, please. Oh, dearie. No need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma. Your name, please. Seems Edward has a bit of trouble getting his witness to say their names. Wendy Oldbag, dearie. Old bag, slow the fuck down. I can't understand you. Objection! I object to the witness talkativeness. Objection abstain. Sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand. I was getting to the good part, dearie. Perhaps we can get to the testimony. Now, the witness stationed at the gate on the day of the murder, correct? Yes, I was. And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you. You know your stuff, dearie. You may begin your testimony. I'm sure is one hell of an old bag. Sure is hell of one of a old bag. It's in her name. Witness account. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run through their scene since the morning. I, had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, I was one when I got to the... It was one when I got to the guard station at the main gate from until 5. Now, the murder happened at 2 p.m., right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked by me at 2 a.m. It was Powers. The man right there, he was heading towards the studio. You saw the defendant then? Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? Let's press that. So, until the time who wanted... until that time, anyone who wanted to go to the studio? Well, who wasn't a security guard at the gate, no. But the main gate was locked, dearie. You need a key card to get in. Right, the key card. That I have. So, you're saying is no one who wasn't supposed to be going in. Was there anyone at the studio when you arrived at the guard station? Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-through since the morning, alright? A run-through? They were working on a scene between the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate. They got the basics figured out by noon, so they were to use the afternoon for practice. Rehearsal was supposed to be to start at 5. That's why poor Hammer went to Studio One in the afternoon. So Powers was in his dressing room sleeping when he was supposed to be practicing. Talked about a laid-back hero. If there was a run-through in the morning, why did you only arrive afternoon? Well, I had some errands to run that morning. Well, what kind of errands? Oh, you know. Answer the question. Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers observing, you know? Observing. Weren't you supposed to be at the guard station? Whippersnapper, I told you I locked the gate, didn't I? I did my job! I'm not your boss. Would see it that way. Anyway, I always watch Hammer's run-throughs. Always! Never miss one. In all my years. Wow. She went to see a Steel Samurai run-through too? You could quit being a spirit medium and take up guard duty. Not a bad idea. Anyway, it was when I got to the guard station. Did you see the victim then? Did I see poor old Hammer? No. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. Tell us what happened next. It was until I was at the main gate from then until 5. Alright. So you're watching there the whole time. No breaks, not even a second. Of course, I'm a professional, you know. Are you criticizing how I do my job, Whippersnapper? No. I just, after seeing you eat those donuts in the guard station yesterday, I watched the gay ant eat donuts at the same time! Whippersnapper. Whippersnapper. Old Bag is losing it, Nick. Why don't you raise an objection? So the witness was the only that was on duty through the afternoon. The whole time. Very well. What did you see? I feel like Phoenix should have actually caused an objection for her yelling at the defense. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? How do you know that? Oh ho ho! I have my ways. the overdressed young lady told a detective, overdressed young detective told me. Is Dick Gumshoe young? He looks like in his 30s, so he's probably young compared to Old Bag. I fed him some donuts and talked. If you ask me, the detective isn't cut out for his job. Poor Detective Gumshoe. He's getting ratted out by a security guard. Alright. 2. At 2 o'clock, you say? Sure, Spit. Well, who was it? Who was the man? Really? You shouldn't not try to get so excited at your age. You might strain something. Now. Don't get your civvies in a bunch. I'll tell you who it was. She makes a lot of fucking old people references. It was Powers, that man right over there, heading to the studio. So you saw Mr. Powers. That's what I said. Get the wax out of your ears, Sonny. Nick, now's your chance. Yep. Gotta pull out the secret weapon. I'll say it again. I saw him. Present. Objection. Let me get this straight, Old Bag. Miss Old Bag. No, it's just Old Bag. Get it right. You've been saying since yesterday you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly? None other than a Steel Samurai, defender of Neo-Old Tokyo. Miss Old Bag. Is this the Mr. Powers that you saw? Of course. Didn't your mama teach you any sense, Sonny? Anyone would plainly see that Powers right there. No, they can't. Well, I mean, I wonder. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai. I know that. I wasn't born yesterday. No one in the courtroom is accusing you of that, Miss... witness? He's having trouble calling her Old Bag, apparently. However, Do you have... do you not have proof that the person in the photo is Mr. Will Powers? Do you? Nosy old man. Of course I have proof. What? Huh? Even Edgeworth is surprised. The prosecution would like to ask the witness. Please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time. How was I to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me this isn't any good evidence as evidence, pal. I can't speak. He doesn't even give it a second look. Wow. Old Windbag had left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good. Let's hear about your proof then. The man in the photo. I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning, during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now, look at that picture. Anyone can see dragging his legs clearly, clear as day. That's how I know it was Powers happy. But it doesn't confirm it. It looks like he's dragging his leg, but you'd see his feet. Are they just this blind? So he sprained his ankle. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. She's got to be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals. Whippersnapper? I haven't said anything yet. I'll have you know I'm not pointing fingers at anyone behind their backs. Everything I said on... fucking hell. She talks to fucking hell. Mr. Wright, please, for all our sakes, try not to accept the witness. I think Edgeworth has met his match. Who was present at the run-through? Well, let's see. It was Powers. He's the Steel Samurai. Then, poor old Hammer, the evil magistrate. And me. And what exactly were you doing? Observing. Just observing. She says observing, but I feel like she has dirty thoughts in her mind. What about the assistant? She was moving the backdrops around and such. So she didn't see the run-through then. I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke a prop. He sure did. His own samurai spear. His samurai spear? The murder weapon? Luckily, I was there to duct tape to fix it. This strikes me as a significant detail. I better write that down in the court record. Not as bad that he couldn't walk around. He was in his dressing room to rest up after lunch. Thus the nap. Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked. Dragging his foot, okay. I think we've heard enough, haven't we, Your Honor? Well, there's one thing that bothers me, which is, where's the steel samurai costume now? Actually, well, we couldn't find it. Well, that's an important detail. We're looking, though. Anyway. That's not important. Yes, it is! Edgeworth, don't lie to yourself. It is important. The witness did see the steel samurai, yes. And it is clear that the person in the steel samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers. I suppose you're right. I object. I object. Hold it right there. We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the steel samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers. The defense has a point. I wonder if anyone else could not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider that as a possibility also. Let me, allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please? No need to ask twice. The time of the murder, time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30, true. the only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. Anyone else, no one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. If no one else went to the studio, then I would have to be this Steel Samurai who did it. Right. You may cross-examine the witness. Alright, we knew that. Why did I do that? Are you absolutely sure? Quite funny. No one suspicious looking gets passed by at all. Nobody suspicious looking, right? No one else went there. What about before you go to the guard station? You mean before 1 o'clock? Why, everyone else was in the employee area before then. I locked the main gate and no one else could get in. Not to mention, if someone had, I would have seen them. Old Windbag sure has some balls. Or, well, you know what I mean. Old Windbag has a way of skipping over important details, you know. Or, for that matter, entirely forgetting them. How convenient. Something for you to look forward to, perhaps. In this picture, does this look duct tape to you? There is a way to get around by not being seen going through the woods to from Studio 2. I got it wrong. Fuck. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna save before I do shit like this. Just say it. Fuck. Let's load. Yeah. No, why? Fuck. No, nope. I can't believe I'm fucking saved. Scumming in the middle of a stream. But I didn't want to pick that one. I know for a fact it was that one. You know? Look at this photograph one more time. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct? Yes, sir, dear. Yes, sir, Sonny. So, whoever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a photo. And here I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground. Right. Anyway. Is it true the computer and the guard station records all security cam data? Oh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might be having an opening. It's very computer printed out this photo. No. That on the back of the photo after are printed are the words October 15th, 2 p.m. photo 2. I know what it means. It was taken at 2 p.m. on October 15th. Really, Sonny? Actually, I know that too. The issue here is the bit of the at the end where it says photo 2. Photo 2? The computer held data of one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this be photo 1 if really there was only one photo? Order, order! Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. Actually, that was what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows it's not one, but two people went to the studio that day. Yet, there's only data for one of the photos. Who have erased the data of the other photo? Only someone with access to the security lady herself. Watch your mouth, whippersnapper. The only person I saw that day was Will Powers. But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means two people went by. Well, yes, that's what it would seem to mean. By the could the witness explain this to the court? I don't understand those newfangled computer things. Edgy boy, help! Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either. Some help you are. You're a whippersnapper too. Whippersnapper? Something the matter, Miss Oldbag? Ah, that's right. I just remembered something. Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate. Someone other than the Steel Samurai? Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way. I see. Your testimony, please. Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security camera and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking you see. Come to think of it now, I remember throwing out one photo that day. Miss Oldbag. This is the first I've heard of this. Well, of course, Sonny. I only remembered it. Just remembered it. Right, anyway. Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination. Well, I'd say this is a turn of unexpected, but I kind of expected this. You know what? I'm saving. just in case. Because I can fuck up like that even though I know what to do. Like, I could figure out, you know, figure it out in the middle of it. And to be perfectly honest, if we fail, the trial and we don't save, it restarts the entire trial over again, which is stupid. Another job. That's right. I check all the people that pass by the main gate that day. I closely at every one of the photos that the security camera takes. Do you back up all the security camera data? Well, they keep telling me to yes, but those computers are so frustrating. I throw away any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you know. What the heck was in the photo you erased? A fanboy? Fanboy? Steel Samurai fanboys. Real freaks, if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. One was there that day. Wait a second. Didn't you say there was no one else could get in? I locked the main gate and no one else could get in. Those were your words. Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside. Well, that's where they came in. They came in through the drain. I told you, they were freaks. And they're kids, children, whippersnappers. Kids? So, on the photo that you erased, was a boy, probably 2nd or 3rd grade. What? Order. Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studio that day? One was the Steel Samurai dragging his leg, and the other one was a boy who looked to be in about 2nd or 3rd grade. Oh yes. Well, We see his type around there every day. Can't stop him, can't catch him. A boy in 2nd or 3rd grade. I assume it would be hard if it's not impossible. A young boy to wield the samurai spear. Impossible. I think it's quite heavy. Right. As I said, I don't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data. Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect. Yeah. They're already saying to unsuspect him. This court will take a 5-minute recess. We need to bring that boy there. He's a suspect, even if he's in the 2nd to 3rd grade. Any lead is worth it. That's a fact in the courtroom, even if it's a murder scene. You know? I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time. Since he was there, before, quote-unquote, Will Powers would make him a prime suspect. Not that he was the murderer, just a prime suspect to know that he could probably know who the actual murderer is. I forgot Mr. Powers looks like fucking Wolverine. Mr. Powers? Yes? Tell me straight. Were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio. I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping, honest. So, who was the Steel Samurai? And the security photo? How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Mr. Scared Wolverine Powers. That's funny. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really. What? You should take better care of that stuff. I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal a Steel Samurai costume, so where does this leave me? Well, I know someone that might actually want to steal a costume like that. A fanboy, but a fanboy wouldn't be a murderer. 100%. That guy is way taller than a third to fourth grader. It does not look like a kid. And it would be impossible for them to carry anything that heavy. It doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect, you know, right? Now? Nick! What are we going to do? First, we play for more sun. For more time. We'll start targeting someone else. That would conceivably have done this. I think Old Bag did it herself. She fucking hates Powers. Not Powers. Yeah. She does hate Powers. You know? But she loves, the guy playing, the evil magistrate, so it couldn't be her. And I'll take them as long to shoot down that we can get another day. Right. But if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot. I just had an epiphany. I'm not optimistic at all, actually. Hey Nick, it's time. Okay, let's go. Check the court records. Profiles. What if it's Jack Hammer in that photo? But in Will Powers' costume. Because I believe he was sleeping. And it was before the murder. 2. Yeah, but we're made to believe that he was there. What if he wasn't? What if he was in? He came in wearing that outfit. I don't know, but it's a hypothesis. I don't know, but it could be him. We're meant to believe that he was already there, but what if he wasn't? There was no photo of, Will Powers going into there. Jack Hammer going into there. So, why would she delete photo 1 then? Photo 1 was the kid. So photo 2 has to be Jack Hammer. Think about it. Why? Like, really? Why isn't there a photo of him? They're saying he was already there, but there would be a photo of him. Does that mean, please, don't sigh like that. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thought on the matter? The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The only person who went to the studio was a boy who was roughly 10 of age. The photo we do have many may not be hard evidence, but there's still no one else who have committed this crime. I call a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. Very well, Mr. Wright, your thoughts? The defense disagrees. The prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime. Order. Interesting. Who could you have in mind? Be aware, the court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized. Right, great. As the stakes weren't high enough already. Well, we gotta save the shit out of this. The security lady. It was the security lady, Wendy Oldbag. Who? The Steel Samurai is dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about that morning injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Jack Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady, Oldbag. What? Whippersnapper? Order! Order! Is this true, Oldbag? Oldbag? That's Miss Oldbag to you. Miss Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the Steel Samurai's costume, then slip into Studio 1 of the murder scene. Why would she go through the trouble of wearing the Steel Samurai's costume? Simply, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If someone was in this picture, she could have point a finger at Mr. Powers. I see. Excellent detective reasoning, Mr. Wright. Oh yeah. Right there. Sherlock Holmes 2, baby. Fucking confident as shit. Phoenix. That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up with an ejection and some new damning evidence? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have any opinion on this matter? The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time. What? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so you think I did it? Is that it? Edgy boy. Don't just sit there. Do something. Now's my move. Now's my chance. We gotta press further. The very same reasoning that Mr. Powers as a suspect in this case could be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions on that day. But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer? You forgot Mr. Power's lack of clear motivation too. Indeed. That I did now, Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope. Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy. The one whose photo I erased. He's only a grade schooler, though. You said second or third grade, was it? That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds tops. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? That boy is not the killer. What? How can you be so sure? Oh. Or is it... be nice to the kids and be mean to your elders day, whippersnapper? I have proof. Proof? Indeed. Let's see this proof, Mr. Wright.
Take that!
It's the photo itself. Your Honor. The murder weapon, the spear. That very spear shown here in this photo. How could a boy have taken the spear? It's impossible. I see. Would the witness care to comment on this? The windbag, speechless. This has got to be a first. Very well. The court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Wendy. And what was her name? Something Oldbag, Your Honor. The prosecution will look further into the other Oldbag, into this Oldbag before we continue. Now they're just making her name an insult. This is all... This court is adjourned. Wait a second. I'm not just gonna sit here while you run off barking up the wrong tree. Me! I'm talking. Oh, great. Stop the presses. The windbag starts to talk. Miss Oldbag, what is this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony? Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about. Not to talk about? But whom? You mean It wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk? Well, testify! Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it. See? So, they told me to just pretend they didn't. They haven't been at the studios that day. But you're going to accuse me. I'm not going to let them get away scot-free. Missile bag. This is crucial information. Crucial information. I am fucking bad at saying fucking words. God. Why did you keep this from the court until now? Haven't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap. And I always do what I'm told. No, this is a bad dream. Your Honor, the witness, the power of the old bag. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination? Hello. Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. Alright, I want to know who those people were. Who were those people? Well, the director and the producer for starters, the director. We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through with their action scenes without a director? Of course. Yes. I was surprised no one asked about that. So, where were those people? The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime, and they had a meeting after that. Where? Oh, in Studio 2 trailer. Studio 2? There's a Studio 2? If you look at the guide map, there it is. You go there, the gate, and the way to the left. And the path where the monkey's head was fallen over. Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination? Yeah, I think we asked all the questions because we know there's more people. Your Honor, we have learned there were others at the Global Studios on the day of the in question. The director and the producer and some bigwigs were all present. Yet, we stand here and they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. The court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Oldbag, and more information about these other people we have just been told of. I understand, Your Honor. This ends this day's proceedings in the trial of Will Powers. That is all. Court is adjourned. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me. Oh, really? It was nothing. Oh. Or should I... Well, we'll be getting down to the studios to do some more investigating. We have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as the witnesses for concern. So, now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination. So, Nick, have we figured out just who was in the Steel Samurai costume? Could it have been Old Windbag? What do you think, Mr. Powers? I don't think it was her, really. Neither do I, Nick. Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers. Poor old Windbag. I kind of feel sorry for her. Well, she wasn't winning any points in there with or without my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studios. Right. We'll be back to visit you soon. Thanks, guys. No breaks. Just to let you know, this is a long trial. I'm pretty sure this is a 5-hour trial. If you don't take breaks. If not 5 hours, it's 4. Phew, what a day. This is no time for relaxing, Nick. Say, you think WP's got a chance? I guess it really depends on the people we find out about in today's trial. The director and the producer. Yeah, them. Well, what are we doing here then? Let's get to the studios. I mean, I don't feel tired, but I feel like if Lynn was going to start her stream now, we could stop and do this another time. But I might watch a little bit of it, like not too much, because I can't I don't stick around for streams that long. I'm more of like an hour type of guy. I actually do have stuff to do too. Outside than just watching streams. And besides, I gotta get something to drink. I talked a lot. That was 2 hours and 16 minutes of straight talking. And Windbag made me. Made me breathless. She speaked a lot. Well, I'm gonna stop the stream for now. See you in the next